Good morning, Sabahul Khair. Welcome, Your Excellencies, ambassadors, deputy ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me welcome you at our Interculture and Interfaith Dialogue Conference called Freedom of Religion or Belief to Build Peace and Counter Islamophobia and Radical Ideologies, that is organized by the Czech Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Institute of International Relations Prague, in great cooperation with IRF Secretariat, Templeton Religion Trust, Anna Lindh Foundation, and Love Your Neighbor community. As my nature is, please let me start with some funny story. When I was in Washington, D.C., for the opening of a new interfaith center, I met a young priest in the hallway. And he started to telling me that he went for the first time to the Muslim country, to Jordan. And when he was there, he wanted to see the mosque. So he went to the mosque, he took his shoes off and entered. And in the lobby of the mosque, there were some young guys drinking tea, and everybody watched him. And they started to ask him questions. And suddenly, one of them asked, "Do you Christians believe that we Muslims will go to hell?" So he was frightened, sweat, and he didn't know what to answer. He was in foreign country in the mosque and he received this question. But then he took the courage and he said, "Yes." And nothing happened. They continued to drink the tea. So he got the courage, he was encouraged. So he also asked, "Do you Muslims believe that we Christians will go to hell?" And they answered, "Yes." It's a great interfaith and interculture dialogue, right? It's okay to disagree profoundly, but to do so with respect and regard for humanity and dignity for others. It's great to disagree, but be able to drink tea together and speak together like we are doing it today. Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Sheikh Ahmed Al-Taib, and Pope Francis signed a statement entitled Document on Human Fraternity. The document calls on leaders of the world to work together, I quote, "spread the culture of tolerance and intervene at the earliest opportunity to stop the shedding of innocent blood and bring an end to wars, conflicts, environmental decay, and moral and cultural decline that the world is presently experiencing." I would like just to remind you that this document on human fraternity was issued in February 2019. Since then, the landscape has got worse, not better. February 22, the Russian war against Ukraine started. October 7, the attack and massive response. The level of Islamophobia and the level of anti-Semitism increased up to the peak, the highest level since the Second World War, also due to rising populism and deepening polarization amplified by social media algorithms, and we still don't know what will be the result of misuse of AI. According to the EU Agency for Fundamental Rights, FRA, which published its report in October, every other Muslim in the EU is victim of racism and discrimination in everyday life. We have a duty to ensure the respect, tolerance, and freedom of religion or belief that will reach every corner of our societies. It's my honor to be the chair of the International Religious Freedom or Belief Alliance, so-called the Article 18 Alliance, that is alliance of 43 states. And it's my pleasure also and honor to announce that today, as one of the results of this conference, our alliance issued a statement regarding the anti-Muslim feelings. You can find the statement on your tables, and I will just quote a short piece. We uphold the right of Muslims to live their lives free from fear and discrimination. We support continued action to counter all forms of discrimination or harassment, both physical and online, against Muslim communities, whilst working to protect members of these groups from violent attacks. Please let me finish with my beloved author, Sufi mystic from 13th century, poet Jalal ad-Din Muhammad Rumi. And I will try my best to quote him in Arabic. حيثما وجدت الختام والخراب فهناك الأمل في الحضور على الكنز. Where there is a ruin, there is a hope for a treasure. Thank you very much for your attention.